Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Murph Media. Today's fun, fantastic video. We're actually going to do another walkthrough. Haven't done one of these in a couple months, but I'm happy to do it for the USXBL National Championship coming up here in October. So, yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get on in it. So load up here. I always have to remember how to use a lot of this stuff. So spacebar for zooming, F and G for stand and crouch. Okay, cool. All right. Alrighty. So right off the very get-go, looking at home here, this isn't my favorite home bunker. You can definitely, it's hard to fight out of it, I think. I'm not a huge fan of playing around in these smaller bricks like this, but at least it is something. Man, I'm not entirely sure what I would want to shoot at first. I think initials would need to be right there next to each one of those cans. Try to get runners to the tower or that brick there. What else are we looking at here? And you can shoot at that snake, so that's a pretty good shot right there. So if we squat down and just put paint over this right here, we should be able to have plenty of room to be able to let that ball drop and maybe hit somebody going out to that snake. So that might be a good shot for us. For Doritos side, thing is with the Doritos side, I think this is a really big old strong bunker that a lot of people are going to go to. We'll see, but you do have a shot at it off break with that. So that's that initial shot I was talking about. And if you do have anybody going out to that back Dorito, you know, you do have that shot there and you are relatively protected. Main thing with this home is figure out with your team just which side to lock down that for you, because it's going to be a little harder to switch sides to kind of cover who you need to. I will probably not stay in this bunker all that long. Just get up some lanes because I feel like we're gonna find other shots from other positions that will just be 10 times better than this. And if we're just gonna pick a side to lock down, we might as well do it from a better position. Additionally, from what it looks like, there are several people that can kind of see if you move out of this, right? They can kind of, so that tower, if they wanted to kind of peek on inside, granted they have to look through that can, so they wouldn't be able to see if you're on this side, but I mean, they'd be able to see if you're on this side of the home, right? Doritos would most likely be able to confirm if you're there or not. So then we have that brick there from the other side, that stand up. Yeah, so I mean, they might be able to confirm too. I just feel like there's a lot of eyes on this, to where, I mean, you can't just chill out in the back center and stay there. And now you would be hard to dig out, but it's hard to fight out of this one. So like I said, I probably will not stay in this bunker all too long, just in my head. It's kind of what I'm thinking. But yeah, before we get up into the Doritos and into that brick, I kind of want to run out here on the snake side So what is it? Snake. What do we got? So there's that home. So Snake's pretty standard, to be honest. I actually really like it. I want to see what's here, what shots we can get here. Because I think this is going to be a really important spot to take. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, let's take a look at Snake first. So right at the very get-go, let's look at this little mini dub. Very interesting bunker here. You know, quite frankly, maybe if home was to just lock down Doritos side, maybe home should come up into here off break and just stay on these gaps, just keep them from moving out. That might actually be a really good strategy if, you know, Doritos are just moving up the field and tearing you up. So it's just kind of one of those situations where you might want to check it out. Not very many shots. You could shoot heads up and you could counter a 50 snake from what it looks like if they're on the outside. I don't think that's going to be your smartest bet. Because there is a corner that has the tape, and anytime you see a corner that's kind of with the tape of the 50s, you know, I kind of want to send somebody out there. It's a quick fill normally. So yeah, I would kind of recommend just doing that. So if I were to come to this bunker, I would probably just chill here. Yeah. I mean, if you're good at working these little mini dubs, you know, using this hump here to kind of block your head and hopper, you can kind of pop up here, see if you can take any shots on anybody kind of playing a little sloppy, like at that brick in the back. If somebody's up in those little mini wings, I don't see those mini wings being used all that much, to be honest. So you're not looking at very many center punches with this layout, which isn't a big deal. So that is not much there. So we're looking at a lot of lane blocking, maybe a transitional bunker to the other side of the field. If you're gonna take a big bite, that's what these little mini wings are here. That's what I'm feeling. So get back to these bunkers, and then I really want to check out this tower. I think this tower is also going to be a fairly strong bunker, but if they do have a brick and if they do have a S1, which I think they're going to have both, I do see you getting pinched here if you lose anybody that can shoot at either one of those guys. So here would probably be more of my informative spot. Let's say I want to go up there, just kind of put my gun in there and see if I can find bodies, pull guns, you know, not necessarily the highest, you know, probability of kills, but it is something. There is something to be said about being able to kind of talk your team up a field. I mean, yeah, you got a shot on that snake wing and that snake wing, but again, they do have a shot on you. You do have got a shot on. Okay, you got a shot on this brick gap and that cobra. Yeah. Okay. And of course, you got, you know, Dorito gap. Doritos. So yeah. Oh, neat. Let's go back here to this boyo. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is definitely feels like a heads up bunker to get into the snake. So yeah, we're looking at, you know, sitting here, get out here first, start fighting with your with your mirror and locking down snake, obviously I'd probably just chill here until I see that snake and then just, you know, match it if I'm not already running into it. Yeah, I like this bunker. That's pretty classic setup. I do like how on this side we do have a few shots on some of these gaps here. Granted, I don't think you're gonna be focusing these gaps, but as soon as they start getting into these farther up Doritos, I think you'll be able to at least keep them in and keep them from wanting to push up the field. So just talk with your team on that and pay attention to those shots. Go out to the tape. So I like the tape. On here in this thing, you know, it's definitely, you definitely kind of see nothing. But you know, in practice, a lot of times, you know, the bunkers aren't perfect. The bunkers have you know, low spots on the sides. Sometimes they're overinflated. Sometimes you can come out here a little bit more. Just kind of depends. Especially if, you know, you're fighting your tape and let's say that snake corner already gets out. We'll check out some other shots. I think tower, you got this brick that can shoot at you. We did discuss that home shot right over that mini W. I think you'd have enough time. They would have enough time for the ball to drop to be able to hit you there. So quite frankly, I would just get low and get into this bunker. I probably wouldn't run a gun too much to this one. But I do like how close it is to snake. You know, you get people in here and then you just dive right in. So that is something that, you know, could be helpful. I want to get into snake now. So one thing about this snake that I'm kind of wondering about, right? We know who can shoot you, right? We got that tower. We got the stand-up brick here. We know who can get at you. I think you're fairly protected. Again, home, but I don't see home dropping enough, especially if you're diving in about right here and you're getting nice and low, you know, right here, right, to slide in. I don't necessarily see that being much of a thing. But we get in here, something I would like to try. I don't think it would be a good confirmed kill. Is the Dorito brick coming on the inside and then shooting at this little, you know, cakey boy here and bouncing these shots, because I mean that's far away. The paintball is going to lose a lot of energy, right? But bouncing these shots into somebody who's diving in a snake, I think it will be more beneficial for a fill, because I think snake's going to get here first and get situated before this guy can come out here and really dial in that shot. It just really depends on what kind of shots this bunker has. But we'll check that out here in a second. When we get into snake one, okay, so there aren't a heck ton of shots just right off the very get. Like, you can't play tight and get a bunch of shots, right? You do have a gap there again, and when you're snake one-ing right here, I don't think this is going to be. I don't think you're going to be here for a whole heck long time, right? I think you're going to want that snake 50 sooner rather than later. So yeah, I digress what I said earlier. I'm not a huge fan of snake one here. I do like how we can stand up in it. So that might be really nice. Yeah, actually, yeah, if we stand up, I mean, we can start fighting people, pulling guns. We could potentially, yeah, we could back it up a little bit, still be fairly protected. Come out and shoot that brick. We could shoot the tower. We can tear up a couple people here. I'd probably focus on that D side first before looking at that tower. Yeah, no, that's, I don't know. I kind of like how big this is. This is gonna be pretty awesome. I might play Snake. if I get on this field, I might go ahead and play Snake on that. So alrighty, next one would be this. Whenever you got big old bunkers like this, it's you know, it's real hard for me to justify, yeah, just come out on the side, you know, right in the beginning of the game and try to take a bite. Here you do have a shot on that brick there. You do have a shot on that boyo there. We come out on the outside. We are fairly protected. So we do have shots on that tower, that brick again, that Dorito. So this might actually be a really nice spot for you to be in. So that would be right about here. This might be a really nice spot for you to check out if you're going to be running hard on Snake. Yeah, that's actually pretty neat. You can do some damage there. So, and then 50 Snake, we're just tearing it up now. I mean, we got tons of shots. We're pretty well protected. Dorito, brick, tower, those Doritos. Yeah, we're looking pretty good there in terms of that. So that's a fun snake. That's a fun snake. So that's cool. I like it. So now check out Doritos. So I really want to check out this brick first, right? These bricks you're gonna have to stay a little low in, not a big deal. So whenever they downsized these bricks, I was a little worried, even though it's only a few inches. That's a lot for, you know, linking a hopper and stuff. But me and my tall bigness, I haven't had any issues with it. I feel fairly comfortable in these big old bricks. Hard to joystick somebody when they're in the farther back of the field in these, but whatever, no big. So here's the shot I was talking about earlier. This, here, let me change that color there. This spot right here, bouncing it off that bunker to bounce shots at somebody getting into that wing. I think that might be a really good shot. Just kind of depends on what's going on there and how quickly you can come out of this. So let's see here. I mean, if we move up there, right? Nah, I mean, you could probably get it. You need to dial in those shots, but shooting at Snake walking up to this might be a really good idea. We have a gap on the way up. Then, yeah, start. And if you see that body, start slamming that bunker, see if you can bounce a shot onto them. I don't know how much of that angle will be there. I'm not terribly good at just knowing that, but it's something I would definitely look at this weekend while you're practicing this layout. See if you can get a shot to bounce from that to somebody who's on their belly or crawling up to the big wing in Snake. You know, if we play, I don't want to play super sloppy on this one. It gets really easy to do so. You got that Cobra, you got that, not Cobra, but you got that tower. You got Snake, if they make it, could potentially come over and back up a little bit and pop shots over that W, that mini dub. I don't see a lot of people doing that, but I don't know, guys. Y'all would be amazed how many kills you can get at people y'all can't see if y'all just know and figure out where those shots are, right? So I highly recommend y'all doing that. I think that's going to help y'all tons on this field. Let's go over here. So that's probably what I would do, is come off over here shooting snake side. Yeah, I would be shooting snake side. Chill here for a second and then come out here and start checking. Main thing with that is if y'all don't have any sort of Dorito gunner, because I don't see yeah, if y'all don't see any Dorito gunners, they are going to take dominance first, so you will need to be careful. I think the main person that would be much of a threat to you would be this guy, but he's covered by that little pin, but you are also covered by that pin. So I think what I would do is shoot that snake and then come off over here and then just watch these gaps, right? And now you're trying to, you know, lock down the Dorito side for your guys to run up. Only issue is this guy can also lock down Doritos. And if he's locking down Doritos too from the other side, it's going to be hard for you to do anything about him and help your Dorito players. So, yeah, quite frankly, that brick right there, I think I would primarily use. Ooh, man. If that snake shot is there, I would use it every point for that snake runner. But it's hard for Doritos. I mean, late game Dorito would probably be good for that. So you may want to stay on this snake side, try to get that tower kill, try to get, I feel like you have a few more shots that are more you know, higher probability of kills on this side earlier in the point, and then come transitioning over here once you hear, you know, oh hey, he's at this bunker, hey, he's at this bunker, you know, transitioning over to here and maybe not necessarily getting those kills but keeping them from moving up anymore, right? I would probably wait until I heard that or that and then instantly come and look at this gap there. So that would be this gap. I would probably come out and try to pay attention to that gap. I feel like you'll get a lot of information from that gap. Tower is very hard to stay in them without making a move. So watch for that movement on that tower. So yeah, this is a really interesting field because it is not a, this is counter this counters this, you know, will completely, you know, lock down there's pluses and minuses to a lot of these spots that I'm seeing, and I really like that. And I really feel like the guys putting on the USXBL have been really trying to push the envelope a little bit in terms of getting the you know, making the player weigh their pros and cons on particular positions, and then using these positions to help each other out, right? So yeah, very interesting. Oh, what's up, Kaysen? Yeah, man, go in that snake corner, go to work. You know, one thing on that snake corner, oh man, yeah, you could potentially, yeah, you can check gaps too with this snake corner. I kind of like that. I like that. I like how snake corner can do something else rather than stay on the tape. That's kind of nice. All right, so this first Dorito here, like I said, if you wanted to, you can come out shooting heads up. I don't think you're gonna get a lot of kills heads up, but I think it's a great lockdown bunker. So you can come out here and then you can chill on this gap and be fairly well protected. Home does have a shot on you going into there, so it might be What has the best shot on a Dorito runner? Man, that big old brick kind of blocks Dorito runners. I would say probably. Oof. Man, there's just it. I'm not entirely sure where I see a Dorito. Blind, Kason, you're saying there's blind shots over the top of S1. Oh yeah, so we looked at that a little bit earlier. Yeah, because these big old wings right here, you know, you can kind of just stay alive, you know? You're fairly well protected, and you can start dropping shots. But compared to that one, I still like this bunker better. I feel like you can get a few more shots on people, and then especially if you come out here where you are protected by this wing, you can come out here and start getting low and just snatching that guy, snatching that Dorito or that brick. You can really start kind of getting a little squirrely and then just make that bump here. Oh, so you're saying blind shots from the corner. What, are you talking about like shooting here? I don't know about that. Like from corner to corner? Or just like coming out here and then trying to drop shots on that stand-up brick? I could see that. Yeah. Yeah, so you put a shot here. You hear that call, and you'll be shooting at this guy right there. I kind of like that. I like that. Nice call, man. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. All right, back to Doritos. I gotta get ready for work here in a bit. Alrighty. This Dorito, oof, can't really live long. And I feel like with this Dorito being right here, this is more just like a block for this run. If with these two bunkers being so close to each other, if I had to choose, I would much rather choose to be in this bunker here, right? So let's see, we get up into here. Ooh, yeah, okay, so we get up into here, we're fairly protected here on this outside. So, I mean, we can really kind of cheese out this bunker a little bit more, come inside and really look and be protected from the inside. There is that 50 snake to worry about. I think if you hear, you need to have, you're gonna have to have calls for these snakes right here. You're gonna have to have a call for this, and you're gonna have to have a call for this. And that is strictly for these Dorito guys to know what the hell's going on. From there, quite frankly, if I heard this call and I was in this tower, I would instantly come and just focus on that gap, right? That's most likely how I would do that, just to lock this down. And, you know, maybe even just chill more so looking right here, because as soon as I see that body, I'm going to throw paint, right? And I'm going to try to snag that kill, you know, kind of bait him out. So, yeah, interesting shots. You do have a shot on that itty bitty gap right there. I don't think you're really gonna use that much. Interesting. Might have a, ooh, yeah, cool. You got a blind shot over that pill. So you pop some shots over that pill and you could probably get yourself a nice yummy kill on that back brick there, on that stand-up brick. So be aware of that and where they're going. Granted, I think they're going to be more on the snake side of things, but you know, you never know. But at the same time, they can also drop on you too, so remember that. From there, we'll come up to here. In here, we're a little less covered from the Dorito, but I really feel like that is probably going to be your best bet if they start really pushing Doritos. You come out here and you chill on this tape, and you just wait for them to start making those moves on the outside. As soon as they make those moves on the outside, I mean, you just pop them in the neck, pop them in the mask. You know, you're only going to see a little bit if they're doing it right. So you got to be ready to capitalize on that kill. Again, 50 snake, got to watch out for that. You could probably no, we do have a shot on the snake side tower, and we do not have a shot on home. We do have a shot on this little wing here. Oh, oopsie. We do have a shot on this little wing here on their side. Again, I don't see that one being used also all that much. I do not like cans like this. I feel like this is just a block to get into here. So yeah, I think that's kind of what's happening here. When we're coming up here, if they have a snake tower that's keeping their head on a swivel, they will pick up on that move and chop you up. Snake 1 as well, or not snake 1, but that little snake 1.5 knuckle, you know, can watch that move. So just be aware of the shots you got. Yeah, tear up that tower, tear up that. Might be a little harder to get out here on the Doritos, because I think the Doritos can kind of lock each other down pretty well. But I don't really see a whole bunch of, you know, awesome shots on Doritos off break aside from this shot here. Man, this is actually a really hard field to kind of like get a read for. I feel like both sides are strong for different reasons. I feel like Snake has a lot of great like opportunities for kills. You know, it's a really easy snake to survive in. That being said, because Doritos so difficult to kind of lock down unless you're a Dorito player, I feel like a lot of people kind of fall asleep on it. And if they're not paying attention to their gaps, Doritos will come up and just instantly just eat up people. Because, man, this is really, really difficult. I do think. Let me get it. Let me get it. I do think you're going to want to spend a lot of time on this field looking for blind shots, looking for bounce shots, a little more than some, you know, other fields. I like the brick in Dorito. I like the tower and the snake 1 on snake side. Quite frankly, let's see here. For my, let's see if I can make a little play here. What I'm thinking right off the very get-go, we have a snake runner. Let's change that color. That's kind of hard to see. Got a snake runner. Then we have, oh yeah, that is a big run up to this tower, but I do like it. I feel like, again, you can get a lot of information from this bunker here, and you can bring in a lot of guns if you really wanted to. This might be a secondary bunker, but I'm gonna say snake runner. Oh, come on now. Snake runner, and then this snake insert. This snake insert would be shooting that gap and that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. for that, I think I would definitely do a Dorito. Locking down. And the cool thing with this is while it's locking down, I mean, you can even come on the inside as well if they're looking on the inside. I don't understand why they would look on the inside. I mean, there is a couple shots, but not a lot, but just in case. So you could probably do that if you came out a little farther, if you're the widest one. What else am I thinking? I'm thinking this home and brick combo. Quite frankly, what I would probably do is run up to this brick while shooting snake. And then when I get in here, try for that bounce shot. But you can also, I mean, pick up pack too, potentially. Ooh, probably not. Nope, never mind. No pack. I'd probably be shooting towards snake on the run and then transition over to Dorito to watch this gap here. And then, yeah, that's probably how that would work. And then from there, as soon as you have the gap, this guy, your Dorito, looks to put this other guy in if there's a guy there, and then start taking bites. And then you can start supporting him and keeping him, that's right, there we go, and keeping the other team's Doritos from moving up. Because like we've established before, a lot of the people that can shoot each other out of the bunkers on the Dorito side, I feel like are going to be the Dorito side. So I think that's probably going to be your best bet. If not, if your Dorito dies and they start taking fills, as soon as they bump out to try to get into another bunker, quite frankly, that secondary move for me from this bunker would probably be out here if you lose your Dorito and get into this tower. From there, start surviving, trying to talk to your team, make things happen, keeping people from moving up. You might even think about hitting that tower and then going around into this, kind of start searching for kills. But that's kind of up to you. I'm not entirely sure how you would do that safely. It's kind of a ballsy move, quite frankly. I think if you lose the Dorito side, you're kind of boned, unless you got a guy right here just locking it the F down. So that's probably the safest bet. Again, this would probably be secondary, these little yellow marks. And then what's hard about home is there's a good shot on that Dorito, right? There's a good shot there, you know, on the guy going in. But I would highly recommend you getting your initials down. Put a shot, maybe put a shot here and then transition over, right? Or put a shot here and then transition over, right? So 1-2, 1-2, and get in. Just played last week. One guy's initials were just spot on. He killed somebody in the first 2 shots he made, and it was incredible. He did such a good job. I don't know what Tribe's doing, but they're doing a great job. Oh, and they did just win that national. So that's in Chicago. So that's pretty good too. So yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a solid breakout, I would say. Quite frankly, for the center, for the home here, it might be a ballsy move. We'll take it. We'll check it out, but maybe even make that bump out secondarily. Come out here and then into that. Let's go and check that out real quick. So their home could pick up on that move. And you could shoot that guy if that home is picking up on that move. That's a interesting move. I don't necessarily see that brick looking at it. I mean, quite frankly, he might, but that might be your secondary. What's hard is, you know, when I'm saying secondary when it comes to this home bunker, I mean, it's a fast secondary. You know, I wouldn't want to stay in this bunker all that long. But yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot of food for thought there. So yeah, again, fantastic layout that really kind of, you know, stretches the brain a little bit in terms of, you know, what to do, where, how to support each other. I'm feeling more comfortable on the Dorito side personally. I think Snake's going to be super strong. There's a lot of survivable bunkers there with some pretty good angles and short gaps. So, you know, something to look out for there. But yeah, this is a really fun field. I think, and I say that about all the fields, don't I? So I think spending more time on this field, not necessarily running points, but get to the fields early, right? Check out the gaps, look for those blind shots, stay later than the other teams, right? You know, first to show up and the last to leave kind of situation, especially with this. And if you're really wanting to win at this particular field, find these interesting little bounce shots, these interesting gaps. I really think they're trying to push you into seeing a better and bigger picture of the field, and keep you from one man showing the kind of game that you can sometimes get. But you know, support each other basically. But yeah, okay. Well, I gotta get ready for work. Thanks guys for watching. Apologies for the lack of paintball content, but should be coming more frequently soon. Fingers crossed. Got some other techie videos coming pretty soon, but you know, just got to get around to editing them. But you know, life's busy. You know how it is. But yeah, if you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. Couldn't care less either way. But guys, remember, have a great day.